Hey, what's going on, Aries? Butch over here. I am going to do your December read. It's for the month of December. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Just a heads up. If you don't see your comment right away, I put comments have to be verified. I'm hoping that's going to stop a lot of the scammers. It's a lot more work, but you're worth it. I just get tired of, I get emails and emails of people that are saying that these scammers are trying to get them in, WhatsApp numbers and all this other, and they use fake accounts. Like they've used my own picture, my own name. But if you don't see that little check mark next to my name when I comment, that ain't me. The check mark is to verify that it is me. I think when you get to a certain amount of subscribers, you get to authorize yourself. It's basically telling you that who you're talking to is me and not somebody else. So if you ever see, and that goes for other readers, they're scamming on my account with other readers' names and pictures and stuff, and it's really a problem. So I had to go through and I have to approve every comment. So if you don't see your comment right away, I'm gonna get to it. Sorry for the big long speech, but I'm gonna use the Tarot of Dreams. With all that being said, let's get it. Here's, what do we have for Aries? What's going on for Aries for December 2022? All right, Aries. So the first thing I see, Aries, is there is definitely a new energy coming in towards you. Now, with this person, I feel like it starts off more flirtatious, more of a, it comes seemingly out of nowhere as well. I mean, we have the Magician, and we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like it's going to come on real hot, real heavy. With this person, it's going to be very spontaneous, but very physical. But I feel like with this person, even though there's that physical energy, even though it comes on very quickly, I feel like also very quickly there's something else going on. I feel like it starts off very physical. A lot of flirtatious energy, them, trying to get with you. I feel like this person is they're the chaser in this instant. We all know the queen, the Queen of Wands, she's a chaser. And it's usually that Aries energy. And I feel like this person is the one chasing you. Now, I feel like very quickly, I feel like you're going to have a feeling that there's something more here. There's something more than just that physical. There's something more than just spending time with this person. There's something that this person isn't telling you. And you're right. There's something they're hiding from you. I feel like this person's falling hard. That's what they're hiding. I feel like this person, they came in for that physical. They were attracted to you physically. That's what brought them to the door. But now they want in. I feel like this person fantasizes about you. I feel like they can't stop thinking about you. You have this person's undivided attention. But here's where it gets a little tricky. This person only thinks about you. They fantasize about you. But what's tricky about this is I feel like this person, I get the sense that they're like trying to stand their ground. You know, they're falling, but they're trying to hold on for dear life. You know, that isn't what they were looking for. They weren't expecting to find what they found. And there is that part of them that's, you know, trying to hold on because it is moving very quickly. This is a very quick moving energy. The way they feel about you change very quickly. You know, and there is a little bit of stubborn energy in this person. Like I said, with that, you know, the Seven of Wands standing their ground, I feel like it's almost like they don't want to be the one to alternate this connection. You know, it's more of a friends with benefits type of connection in the very beginning. You know, it's very casual. It starts off very casual, and I feel like I feel like there's a lot of late nights anxiety because this person doesn't want to tell you that they want more from this because they're afraid that you just are happy with status quo. You're happy with what you're getting from them. You only wanted what they're offering. Now they want to offer you more, and I feel like it scares the shit out of them because they're afraid. And I feel like this person doesn't really get afraid. But they're afraid to tell you what they really want because they're, like I said, they didn't come in looking for this. They didn't expect to find what they found. But what they found is everything they were looking for. That ship that's eluded them for so long has finally come in. And like I said, very quickly, this person knows what they want. You know, we have new love. And with that new love, they want to be with you. But like I said, I feel like there is a part of them that's holding their own. And I feel like that's where your intuition is going to come in handy. You know, we have new love and this person wants to be with you. But I feel like I said, it's almost like they're being resistant of it because they're afraid that there's always that awkward moment when there's a dynamic between two people and one of them starts to feel like there's definitely something more here. And they're afraid to say anything for two reasons. For one, because the other person may not feel the same way. And for two, if that person doesn't feel the same way, then they lose you completely. This connection becomes very awkward. And for anybody out there that's ever been friends with someone or been in a more of a casual relationship with someone and started to get more feelings for that person, you know exactly what I mean. You know, it's like, do I say something? And if I say something, is it going to change everything? Now, there's two ways it can change. It can change as in that person is into it and we move forward together, or the person is not into it and they just think I'm weird. And that's where this person is. Like I said, I feel like they've gained feelings very quickly. And I feel like your intuition is telling you that. I feel like you know that there's something more here going on. You know, but I feel like you're going to be surprised at how much this person truly thinks about you. Because like I said, they only think about you. You know, with that Page of Cups, there's a lot of dreaming, a lot of fantasizing. But I feel like the only reason this is taking more time for this person to finally step up is because they're afraid. They're afraid you're not on the same page. But I feel like you are. You know, we have that Seven of Pentacles being on the same page. You know, I feel like the feelings are on both sides. And I feel like it's going to get to a point where there's going to be a breaking point where this person finally steps up. You know, I feel like they have to step up. Because I feel like as of right now, or as of the beginning of this, you know, there's a lot of out of balance energy here with this person. This person wants more, but they don't know how to tell you that. But I feel like it gets to a point where they have to. You know, there's no other choice. And I do see communication coming from this person. And with this communication, I feel like they're going to be very to the point, very honest. very honest, very straightforward of what they want. I mean, you make them happy. They want to make you happy. This person wants to move forward with you. Very loyal energy. No matter what this person's past looks like, like I said, because it starts off in that physical energy, and I feel like that's going to be a little bit of a confliction, almost feeling like, is this something that they normally do? But that's not who this person is. Not with you, they're not. I see a lot of forward movement. I see this person making you an offer. Taking that leap of faith with that Fool card. Beginning of the journey. It's a beginning of a new journey. That's what I see. I see this person stepping up. Like I said, being very honest, very straightforward, very to the point. Because this person sees what they have right in front of them. They don't want to lose that. I mean, you have other options. And they see that. And they don't like it. But it's a good thing, because this makes this person finally step up and share what's really on their mind and what they really want from you. And I see a lot of big things coming from you guys. Like I said, I mean, we have the Chariot card, a lot of forward movement with that Cancer energy. And then we have the Knight of Cups as well. I do feel like this person's going to make you an offer. And I feel like I see a strong power couple between the two of you. That spontaneous energy, that physical energy, that ain't going to change. We're just going to add on to it with some other stuff. I see a very strong connection. I see a very strong foundation being built here. As well, I mean, we have the Family card as well. A lot of big things coming from this. I mean, it starts off a little unorthodox, but I mean, who's to say what unorthodox is really anymore? But what I do see is, like I said, I feel like from the moment this person starts changing how they feel about you, I feel like you're going to pick up on it. And you got to trust that. With that High Priestess, trust your intuition. There is something more. You're absolutely right. There's something much more here at play. And I feel like it's going to be exposed very quickly. Like I said, it's very quick moving energy. This person's falling hard. You have all their attention. Now with this person, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We also have some Taurus energy as well. It is hard. It's hard when you get with someone. I know I have all these stories, but it's I have a lot of stories. I'm sorry. But anyway, a buddy of mine, he was dating this girl. Well, not dating. They were friends with benefits. They only usually hooked up in, his place or her place, and then after the deed was done, they go their separate way. And then I remember he was telling me how, asking my advice, how do I get her to stay a little bit longer? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want her to leave, but I don't want her to think that I want something more. And it coincides with this reading almost to a T, is the fact that he didn't want to tell her, because he didn't want her to stop calling him. And he thought that if he said, you want to stay to do something, want to watch a movie afterwards, or want to watch a movie before, he didn't want to change the dynamic. How it went before is they both go out on their own separate nights. They call at the end of the night. They'd come over to each other's place and they'd hook up, and that'd be it. But he was like, I want to spend more time with her. I want to take her out. And it's funny because a lot of people feel that way. They're afraid to say, okay, hey, you want to go to a movie? Because that person might get creeped out and say, okay, well, this isn't the schedule we had. We were hooking up and that was fun. But like I said, it's one of those things. Anyway, they're still dating. They're actually dating now. But it is funny because we all were hanging out one night and she was saying how she felt the same way. She didn't want to seem like clingy. She didn't want, but she said she always was waiting for him to call. Always wish he'd call, text and call or something during the day. Just like little chit chats back and forth. Hey, how's your day going? Kind of thing. But she didn't want to push it because she didn't want him to stop calling her. I mean, it's just funny. Sometimes we think a lot more like our person than we think we do. But the thing is sometimes the dynamic has to change. Whether you're friends with someone and you want more from them after you get to know them, whether you're, friends with benefits, whatever. There's always a point where the dynamic has to change. And sometimes you're going to be wrong. Sometimes you're going to, make the offer and they're not going to accept it. But we got to look at it in the perspective of, if you want something more from someone and you tell them and they don't want anything more, it's better to know now than to gain more feelings for that person and get let down even harder later. But anyway, that's my story. It can be very confusing. But if you want something and you know that you want it, go after it. And if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to work out. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.